one you left on a Wednesday in June. You said, "It's me, just checking, call me back." And then you hummed a little bit of a tune. I've played it 40 times since the beginning, not to hear the words, I know the words by heart, just to hear the version of the Wednesday before the world got rearranged and apart. And I know it's just a message on the phone, and I know that phones eventually give out, but right now it's the closest thing to Tuesday, before the Tuesday turned to something else. Before the doubt, the voicemail I kept is the sound I can't delete. The voicemail I kept is how I still compete with the silence of a house that used to answer, with the quiet where your voice would always be. The voicemail I kept is the last full sentence you ever said to me. You ever said to me. You never said important things in voicemails. You save those for the in-person and the eye. It was always just the logistics and the checking, the whereabouts and what, and the goodbye. And I never thought to save the ordinary. I thought the ordinary was the guarantee. And now the ordinary Wednesday voicemail is the most important thing I'll ever keep. And I know there'll be a morning I'll stop playing it, the way you stop needing to check a wound. But right now it's 23 seconds of Wednesday, and 23 seconds is all the room I need. The voicemail I kept is the thing I hold at midnight. The voicemail I kept is the Wednesday in the headlight of a life that changed before I had the words. Your voice saying, "It's me, just call me back." The voicemail I kept is everything I didn't know I'd lose in that. Losing that. And here is what I need to say. I'm not ready to delete it. Not because I think you're calling back, not because I don't know what I know, but because the hum at the end, the little tuneless hum before you hung up, that's the most you I have left. And I'm not done with it. Not yet. Not yet. The voicemail I kept will stay until I'm ready. The voicemail I kept will stay until I'm steady, enough to hold the silence in its place. The voicemail I kept is just a voice on a Wednesday in a June that I loved. I loved. I make the coffee the way you showed me, 2 spoons, not 1, and let it bloom a minute. Most people rush it, and that's why most people's coffee tastes like almost in it. I make it every morning without thinking, and every morning it comes out exactly right. And I stand there with your method in my hands and carry you into the ordinary light. And I find you in the smallest useful places, the way you fold a map, the way you drive in rain, the patience you gave me for the hard conversations, the voice you gave me when I have to start again, when I have to start again. That stayed. You taught me how to listen to a stranger. You said most people wait to speak, not hear. And I catch myself leaning in on Tuesdays when someone at a table needs an ear. And I think that came from you, that particular quality of attention. And I thank you in the leading, in the quiet that you gave to every mention of a life that needed room. When I find you in the mirror some mornings, the tilt of my head, the still pulled out a little from the table, the way you always left it when you rose. I keep bumping into it in the mornings, that half-inch gap that nobody else knows. To leave because nobody else was you, and I keep not pushing it back flush, and I keep bumping into it by accident, and I keep staying in the bump a little, just a little longer than I should. And I talk to the chair sometimes at dinner, not out loud, but in the way you understand. When you shared a table long enough with someone, but silence has a language, and the empty has a hand. Your empty seat is the space I set the table around. Your empty seat is the space where you were found. Every morning, every evening, every year, your empty seat is the most specific place that you have ever been, that you are now, right here. You always took the chair that faced the window. You liked to watch the yard while you ate, and I always sat across and watched you watching, and thought, I'll always have this, it can wait. To be appreciated, I thought the window watching was the given, and the chair pulled out in the bump at 7 a.m. And the table set for two was just a living, not the thing I'd be writing about then. And I talk to the window now on Sundays about what you would have said about the art, about whether the bird feeder needs spinning, about the things you noticed that I never looked at hard, that I look at now for you. Your empty seat is the window that I watch now. Your empty seat is the part I haven't found how to fill with anything that feels like true. Your empty seat is the shape of all the mornings that were you, that were only you. And here is what I need to say to you. I haven't pushed the chair back in. I know you would laugh at that. You'd say, push the chair in, you'll live. But I'm not pushing it in yet, because the gap is how I find you. In the morning, before the coffee, before the day begins, to ask what you would do. Your empty seat will always have that half-inch gap in it. Your empty seat It starts with you. It always starts with you. I start sentences that have no ending now. The kind that started, you should see this, or did you know that? Or I was thinking that we could. And then the air where you were before. I catch them sometimes before they get too far, and sometimes they get all the way out loud, and I finish them alone in the direction you would have been if you were still allowed. And I don't know when this stops, if this is something that gets quieter with time, or if the sentences just find a different ending, a different someone to receive the line, someone else, or just the room. Halfway through a sentence, I still find you waiting on the other end. Halfway through a sentence, I still reach for you like a reflex, like a habit that the body won't rescind. Halfway through a sentence is where you live in me, still live in me, still there. Last Tuesday I saw a thing about a bird, some kind I knew you'd wanna look up later. And I picked my phone up and then put it down and stood there being a very slow translator of what the world is now. Without the you I tell the bird to, and the bird was genuinely worth the telling. And I told the window, and the window heard me through. And I don't know when the reflex learns the truth, that some habits are the last form of the love, and finishing the sentence to the window is the closest thing to reaching you above the ordinary silence where you are. Halfway through a sentence is where the grief lives quiet and specific. Halfway through a sentence is where the love is still terrific and whole and present and entirely real. Halfway through a sentence is the most honest place. I feel you, still feel you. Here's what I figured out. The sentences don't stop because they don't need to. They just need a new address. And mine go to the window now, and to the bird feeder, and to the particular quality of light on a Tuesday. And you are in all of those. You put yourself there over all those years. And the sentences find you even now. even still. Halfway through a sentence, I will always start with you in mind. Halfway through a sentence is where I always find the best of what I carry from the years. Halfway through a sentence is where the love refuses to go quiet, to go quiet. You're still there. We drove that road 100 Sunday evenings, the one that runs along the reservoir. You always took the curves a little slowly and pointed at the water from the car. I used to say, I see it, because the pointing was the thing you loved to do. And now I drive it by myself on Sundays and point at things and say them out loud to you. And the road is just a road to everyone who uses it. But to me, it's the whole archive of us. Every curve is something that we drove through. Every mile is Sunday. Every mile is trust. The drive you always made is the one I'm making now. The drive you always made is the one that shows me how. Still be in the world with you beside me, even when the seat is empty and the road is mine. The drive you always made is the closest thing I have to the two of us, to the two of us. Last October I pulled over at the water, the exact spot where you always slow the most. And I sat there with the engine ticking quiet and watched the surface do what surfaces do, almost unaware of everything it's witnessed. The 100 Sundays and the pointing and the slow. saved inside my phone, the one you left on a Wednesday in June. You said, "It's me, just checking, call me back." And then you hummed a little bit of a tune. I've played it 40 times since the beginning, not to hear the words, I know the words by heart, just to hear the version of the Wednesday before the world got rearranged and apart. And I know it's just a message on a phone, and I know that phones eventually give out, but right now it's the closest thing to Tuesday, before the Tuesday turned to something else, before the doubt. The voicemail I kept is the sound I can't delete. The voicemail I kept is how I still compete with the silence of a house that used to answer, with the quiet where your voice would always be. The voicemail I kept is the last full sentence you ever said to me. You ever said to me. You never said important things in voicemails. You saved those for the in-person and the eye. It was always just the logistics and the checking, the whereabouts and what, and the goodbye. And I never thought to save the ordinary. I thought the ordinary was the guaranteed. And now the ordinary Wednesday voicemail is the most important thing I'll ever keep. And I know there'll be a morning I stop playing it, the way you stop needing to check a wound. But right now it's 23 seconds of Wednesday, and 23 seconds is all the room I need. The voicemail I kept is the thing I hold at midnight. The voicemail I kept is the Wednesday in the half-light of a life that changed before I had the words. Your voice saying, "It's me, just call me back." The voicemail I kept is everything I didn't know I'd lose in that. Losing that. And here is what I need to say. I'm not ready to delete it, not because I think you're coming back, not because I don't know what I know, but because the hum at the end, the little tuneless hum before you hung up, that's the most you I have left. And I'm not done with it. mistake in a June that I loved. I loved. I'll make the coffee the way you showed me. 2 spoons, not 1, and let it bloom a minute. You said most people rush it, and that's why most people's coffee tastes like almost in it. I make it every morning without thinking, and every morning it comes out exactly right. And I stand there with your method in my hands and carry you into the ordinary light. And I find you in the smallest useful places, the way you fold a map, the way you drive in rain, the patience you gave me for the hard conversations, the voice you gave me when I have to start again, when I have to start again. Everything you taught me is the way I move through days. Everything you taught me is inside the ordinary ways. I do the things I do and say the things I say. You're in the coffee and the driving and the rain. Everything you taught me is the you that stayed, that stayed. You taught me how to listen to a stranger. You said most people wait to speak, not hear. And I catch myself leaning in on Tuesdays, and someone at a table needs an ear. And I think that came from you, that particular quality of attention. And I thank you in the leading, in the quiet that you gave to every mention of a life that needed room. And I find you in the mirror some mornings, the tilt of my head, the way I hold a thought, in the doing, in the everyday. Everything you taught me is the life I'm living now. Everything you taught me is the love that shows me how to be the kind of person worth the knowing, to give the kind of attention that you gave. Everything you taught me is the you inside of me that you made, that you made. Your seat is still pulled out a little from the table, the way you always left it when you rose. I keep bumping into it in the mornings, that half-inch gap that nobody else knows. To leave because nobody else was you, and I keep not pushing it back flush, and I keep bumping into it by accident, and I keep staying in the bump a little, just a little longer than I should. And I talk to the chair sometimes at dinner, not out loud, but in the way you understand. When you shared a table long enough with someone, that silence has a language and the empty has a hand. Your empty seat is the space I set the table. Specific place that you have ever been, that you are now, right here. You always took the chair that faced the window. You like to watch the yard while you ate, and I always sat across and watched you watching and thought, I'll always have this, it can wait to be appreciated. I thought the window watching was the given, and the chair pulled out in the bump at 7 a.m. And the table set for two was just the living, not the thing I'd be writing about then. And I talk to the window now on Sundays about what you would have said that were you. That were only you. And here is what I need to say to you. I haven't pushed the chair back in. I know you would laugh at that. You'd say, push the chair in, you'll live. But I'm not pushing it in yet, because the gap is how I find you. In the morning, before the coffee, before the day begins, to ask what you would do. Your empty seat will always have that half-inch gap in it. Your empty seat will always be the bit of it I leave for you inside the ordinary room. Your empty seat is where the table starts. It starts with you. It always starts with you. I start sentences that have no ending now. The kind that started, you should see this, or did you know that? Or I was thinking that we could. And in the air where you were before, catch them sometimes before they get too far. And sometimes they get all the way out loud. And I finish them alone in the direction you would have been if you were still allowed. And I don't know when this stops, if this is something that gets quieter with time, or if the sentences just find a different ending, a different someone to receive the line, someone else, or just the room halfway through a sentence. I still find you waiting on the other end. Halfway through a sentence, I still reached for you like a reflex, like a habit that the body won't rescind. Halfway through a sentence is where you live in me, still live in me, still there. Last Tuesday, I saw a thing about a bird, some kind I knew you'd wanna look up later. And I picked my phone up and then put it down, and stood there being a very slow translator of what the world is now. Without the you, I'd tell the bird to, and the bird was genuinely worth the telling. And I told the window, and the window heard me through. And I don't know when the reflex learns the truth, that some habits are the last form of the love, and finishing the sentence to the window is the closest thing to reaching you above the ordinary silence. Where you are, halfway through a sentence, is where the grief lives quiet and specific. Halfway through a sentence is where the love is still terrific and whole and present and entirely real. Halfway through a sentence is the most honest place. I feel you, I still feel you. Here's what I figured out. The sentences don't stop because they don't need to. They just need a new address. And mine go to the window now, and to the bird feeder, and to the particular quality of light on a Tuesday. And you are in all of those. You put yourself there over all those years. And the sentences find you, even now, even still. Is where the love refuses to go quiet, to go quiet. You're still there. We drove that road 100 Sunday evenings, the one that runs along the reservoir. You always took the curves a little slowly and pointed at the water from the car. I used to say, I see it, I see it, because the pointing was the thing you loved to do. And now I drive it by myself on Sundays and point at things and say them out loud to you. And the road is just a road to everyone who uses it, but to me it's the whole archive of us. Every curve is something that we drove through. Every mile is Sunday, every mile is trust. The drive you always made is the one I'm making now. The drive you always made is the one that shows me how to still be in the world with you beside me, even when the seat is empty and the road is mine. The drive you always made is the closest thing I'd have to the two of us, to the two of us. Last October I pulled over at the water the exact spot where you always slow the most. And I sat there with the engine ticking quiet, and watched the surface do what surfaces do, almost unaware of everything it's witnessed. The 100 Sundays and the pointing and the slow. And I thought the water held all of it and let it go. And I'm learning what the water seems to know. And the road is just a road until it isn't, until it holds the shape of every year. And I drive it now because the driving keeps the Sunday and the pointing and you near, just a little near. The drive you always made is the Sunday I come back to. The drive you always made is the road that still brings me back to you. The reservoir, the curves, the slow approach, the pointing at the water from the car. The drive you always made is the one I'm keeping near. And if I could drive that road, hold one more time with you, one more time, I would not say I see it, I see it, I see it. I would let you point every single thing, everything, and I would look the way you needed me to see it, needed me. I would see it all of it with you. With you. The drive you always made is the drive I'm making slowly. The drive you always made is the one that keeps me holy in the memory of every Sunday that we had. The drive you always made is the road back to the us we were together